Houston Gaines here from the UGA Tennis Archives Room. I'm here with Associate Head Coach of the UGA Tennis team, Will Glenn. Coach, great to have you. First question, you attended Athens High School here in Athens at Athens Academy. I also attend Athens Academy currently. How was your experience at Athens Academy?
It was great. I went there, started there my freshman year in high school with Dane Imes and Travis Imes were my peers playing tennis at the time, and came in there, and we had a good group of players, some old good tennis players there on the tennis team. Won some state championships and started a good run. I think that they've had the last 13 or 14 years. I think we won like 11 of 13, maybe something crazy like that. And it was carried on by Joe Laracy, Bob Klein, all the Athens Academy greats. You know, it's an amazing school, Athens Academy. Very lucky being able to go there, because that opened, you know, the expectation there, and we talk about expectations a lot on our team. The expectation is there is to do well academically and go to college for everybody. And it's just what you're supposed to do, and it creates that environment, and so you're doing all the things that are needed to get you where you need to be.
After graduating Athens Academy, you came here to the University of Georgia, and your first full season on the Dogs tennis team, y'all won the national championship. How was this experience?
That was probably my favorite year in Georgia tennis. You know, that was kind of new and everything. And, you know, we had some great captains, Toledo Corrales, Hisham Hameda, and things just came together at the right time, and it was in Athens, it was home, it was the old facility before it was kind of redone, and that was an amazing experience. I'll never forget that.
You were forced to redshirt in 2001 because of a knee injury, correct?
Yep, I tore my ACL playing in a football game over Christmas, the Bogle Bowl with Bo Hodge, who played for us here, and it's a big football game we play every year. But we did win the football game. Just couldn't play much tennis for the rest of the season, but the guys did pretty well, and we won it 0-1 as well.
Obviously, other than missing a full season of tennis, what long-term effect did the knee injury have on you?
That actually had some great long-term effects. You know, had I not redshirted that, I was able to redshirt because of the injury. I wouldn't have stayed in 03, then I probably wouldn't have decided to coach here, because I left in 03, a little disappointed. We had probably our worst season that we've had ever, maybe, for Georgia tennis, or in a long time since Manuel's been there. And just left a little something unfulfilled, and wanted to come back and get us on the right track as a coach. And so, you know, that 01 redshirt season kind of led to coming back.
In 2003, you made the starting lineup after coming on to Georgia as a walk-on. How thrilling was it for you to go from a walk-on to a starter and a co-captain on the UGA tennis team?
You know, it was something else, starting as a walk-on from Athens, and, you know, a very long shot. Wasn't really that good at juniors, but just came in with the attitude of trying to work and help the team. And, you know, finally making the team was a great sense of pride. It was a little bittersweet because we weren't as good as we could have been, but going through that journey personally was very special there, and glad that I finished it out.
Once finishing up here at the university, you went on to teach local clubs and local racket clubs in New York and Australia. How was it teaching in those different places? Yeah,
I went with Travis Imes. I got him to kind of go along with me to New York, where Jay Lashinger actually set us up. He's a former player here for Georgia, and to teach for the summer for about 2 to 3 months. And you know, you can go there, and they're big on tennis, and they pay pretty good money, so we earned some money there. And then I used that to go to Australia and travel around a bit for a few months, and got a job over there teaching some tennis as well. And that's the great thing about tennis, it allows you to do things like that. So that was, I guess, about a year kind of doing that, and then came back here to grad school, and that led to coaching.
Did you enjoy teaching the local clubs or here at the university more, and why?
I certainly enjoy coaching the university more. You know, it's younger kids, or kids that are coming of age and kind of learning some things, and you can help develop and influence them, hopefully to make the right decisions and to go and take the right steps here. The clubs are great as well. You probably make a bit more money in the clubs and doing things like that, and meet some great people as well. So they're both pretty good, but just having to set goals and trying to win something each year and figure out what you're doing in the university setting has certainly been great.
As a player here at the University of Georgia, your team came up as NCAA finalists once. Also, as a coach in 2006, the team came up as an NCAA finalist. Which loss was harder to take, as a player or as a coach?
As a coach was the toughest probably to take. In 2006, we were undefeated until the finals, and that was our year. That was what we were building up the whole year. We had changed a lot from what we've been doing in 2003, 2004, and really turned it around a lot, especially that year, showed a lot in 2006, and we just came up one match short to having the best team we've ever had, really. But that propelled us the next year in 2007 to go undefeated as well and actually win it here back at home. So 2002 was very tough. It always is. We were the #1 seeds, lost to the 11th seed, I think, USC Trojans. We lost a little bit of focus there, and that was certainly disappointing. But I would have to say the 2006, with the guys we had on that team, was certainly more heartbreaking.
In 2007 and 2008, as a coach here at the university, the team won 2 national championships. Also, as a player, you won a couple of national championships. Which victories were greater, as a player or as a coach?
They're different as a player and a coach. 99 will always have to be, I think, my favorite, because that introduced me, and that was just a whirlwind, and things were just seemed to happen the right way. We had a player the summer before, Rafa Jordan, was killed in a car crash, and he would have been the captain that year, and it was very difficult for some of the players as that year kind of went along, but at the end, things started to come together. We weren't winning at all early on. And then, towards the end, the captains and the coach Diaz and Coach Frierson really got us together. And, we were down team match points, I think 5 times during the tournament to be out of the tournament. And there's just something there, something special. We kept fighting and kept hanging, and ultimately ended up the winners. And then, the second winner, I'd have to say, the 2007 national championship was really 2 years in the making, with 2006 going down like it did, and then 2007. Then as a coach, you have such an impact on what's going on. That certainly will go down as one of the better ones.
And then in 2008, your title changed to associate head coach. Did this have any change on your job, day-to-day work, or was it the same?
Well, that was just really a title change. It's very just Coach Diaz showing that he was serious about keeping me on as a coach, and just really gave me a good sense of pride to feel that Coach believed in me to name him the first associate head coach he's had. And, it was the same stuff, taking probably a little bit more, doing a little bit more as far as closing deals and finishing with prospects. And just that name certainly helps when you're recruiting the associate head coach versus an assistant coach, and what we're trying to do.
One of the different players you coached here at Georgia was John Isner, who's now a professional tennis player, ranks number 19 in the world. In 2009, you actually traveled with John on the professional tour. Did you enjoy traveling with John?
That was a great experience. John, we obviously know each other very well, and we just talked. We're trying to transition him into finding a better coach and someone that he could work with. And we hadn't quite found the guy yet, and he was kind of off on the wrong track. Wasn't maybe training as well, wasn't doing the things that we had helped him do when he was here at Georgia, and which helped him make that initial leap, and he started to go down a little bit. It's like 131 in the world, which is not bad by any means, but it's not where he we knew he could be. So I just spent about a month with him in Brisbane and Auckland, New Zealand, and then for the Australian Open in Melbourne. And just tried to help him reset his goals and get back on the right track. And at the same time, trying to keep an eye out and try to help him find who that next coach would be. That was in January before our spring season really started. That was December and January. So I was able to do that in between our season, really. And I was fortunate to see Craig Boyton, who was down there, and we got to know him a bit better and just get a good feel for him. And I think John got a good feel for him, and John's been working with him ever since then, and that's obviously worked out very well.
How is this experience different than coaching at the university?
Pro tennis is a lot different. I mean, it's it's not a team concept, it's individual. You do have a team, or you try to have a team that works with the player, you could call it, but there's John and myself, and it's nice. They take care of you at the tournaments, get you cars and hotels and everything, and it's pretty neat. I mean, you see all the Federer and Nadal, everything at the Australian Open and those tournaments, and they take care of you very well. But you're basically in charge of one guy, making sure that they're training the right way, doing the right things. They have everything they need as they're competing and playing. So I learned a few things, and I think John learned a few things as well. But it was certainly a great experience.
Last question here. What did you think about John's marathon match, 11 hours, 5 minutes against Nicholas Mahut at Wimbledon not too long ago?
That was something, we were watching it. We were here with the tennis camp, watching that for like 2 days. It was a 3-day match. And, it kept going on, and we knew John was going to win because he's such a competitor. And there's something about John, he hates losing. It's that extra edge that he has. He wasn't going to go down. We felt like he was going to win the whole time, even when it didn't look good at 33 all or 55 all or 66 all or whatever it was. He just kept fighting. I think it was a perfect storm to where John was legs and he was getting pretty tired, so it was really tough for him to break and move that well when he was returning. And then he had such a big serve, and the other guy was a little tired too, so they were both pretty good servers. They were both really tired on grass, so it's a perfect storm that kind of led to a 70-68, which won't even be close to being touched ever.
Yeah.
I mean, it maybe a 19-17 or 20-18, but not a 70-68. It's insane.
All right, Coach, thanks so much for your time, and good luck to the Dogs this season.
Thank you, Houston. Appreciate it.